What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're also going to be taking a look at the Dow Jones Industrial, gold, and we're going to take a look at the dollar index, and then we'll run through Bitcoin. I'm going to take a look at some very bullish charts and some very bearish charts. You make up your own mind. Also, we'll be taking a look at Litecoin, Ethereum, and XRP at the end. Our XRP chart seems to be playing out beautifully. We're going to take a look at all that. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group. There is a link below in the description. Definitely check it out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Disclaimer scrolling down the bottom. Make sure you read it. And before I begin, I want to let you guys know there are a lot of scammers out there. You'll see a lot of scams beneath in the description, in the comments. A lot of them, they're putting fake crypto savies. I don't always get a chance to get in and delete them, but be careful, guys. I'll never advise you to do anything in the comments. Also, there's a fake email. My email is in the description below. I will not email you if you're getting emails from CryptoSavvy0. That is not me, just to let you guys know. But before we begin, don't forget we do a Ledger Nano S giveaway. Not your keys, not your crypto. We do that every Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell, and also make sure to turn your notifications on YouTube. Smash that thumbs up and leave your comment down below. All right, looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we dropped 1 point from yesterday. We're at 91, still in the extreme greed zone. And we've been watching this trend line for the Dow, still looking like we might pop up here. It's going to be around the 30,800 to 30,870 range. I do believe that'll be the top for the Dow. If we do break above that, come back down, test it for support, then the Dow could go absolutely crazy. Let's look at gold. Still looking at this as an ABC correction. Of course, unless we can break 1910. If we do break 1910, we could be heading up to 21.6, but I do believe we're still going to be headed down to around the 1736 range. Looking at the dollar index, as you can see, we are coming back down towards the bottom of our wedge. Let me get all this out of the way for a minute. As you can see, we've been watching this wedge to play out just like this as a fractal. I do believe that's most likely what's going to happen. It does look like we're coming down a little bit right now. I do expect us to bounce back up. If we drop below here, I mean, it could get really ugly. I don't see that happening. As you can see, looking at the MACD over here, last time we were in this area, we came down, got across, came back up. Same, it's looking almost identical, guys. Also, I want to point out that we have higher lows in the RSI right here, and this is on the 3-day, and lower lows on the price action. That is bullish divergence. We had the same type thing right over here, so be aware of that. I do believe we are going to pop out of this at some point pretty soon here. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. So this is my count for Bitcoin. Still looking at it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's the case, we could come all the way down to the 22 within the next week or couple weeks, maybe even quicker, who knows. But I would expect a bounce, if this is the count, bounce around the 23.3 range, back up to around the 24.5 range before continuing to the 22. Now, if we move this out of the way here, this could possibly just be an ABC. We come down to the 24.8 range, 24.8 to 24.9, and get one more bounce up to the high. That is possible that we create one more new high. We'll talk about that in the bullish case towards the end. So make sure you stick around for the whole video. Let's take a look at, here are some some indications that we could go higher and what the targets might be. We had this target of 28.6 here. Looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth wave can be extended. If it comes up to this range, it'll be about the 32,750. The next, if it's super extended, like in 2017, we could go as high as these levels here. I don't think that's going to happen, but it is Bitcoin, so who knows. But this is the super super bullish case, getting up into the $50,000 range. That's a little crazy, but we'll talk about it more here in a second. If you guys are interested in trading, you can make money whether the market goes up or down. You can long, you can short on leverage. So let's say you have 1,000 in your account, you want to go 10 times leverage, you can go play with $10,000. So anyways, check it out, Prime XBT. I will leave a tutorial up top on how to use their leverage. Definitely check it out. You can use my promo code SAVY50 to get you 50% off of your, or 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 5,000, you'll get a $2,500 bonus to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. And yes, you can use both of those at the same time. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, LITECOIN, Ethereum, XRP, Forex, gold, silver, oil, Dow Jones, S&P 500, oil, everything all on this exchange. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. They are a great exchange. And let's get into the next chart. So looking at this, we talked about this yesterday, possibly getting a bounce off this trend line, which we did. Now, if we get a daily close below the 26.6 range, it's probably going to come back down to retest this trend line here around the 22.9, somewhere in that range. If we can keep support up here, we could be heading up to 29.3 according to this chart. Let's zoom out a little bit and see what these trend lines are. They are off each one of these peaks to our peak of 2019. Each time we've blown through, we came back down, tested it before popping up through the next one, come back down, test it. The next line here is around 29.3. If we have topped out here, which is definitely a possibility, guys. If we've topped out here, our retracement levels, 22.6 would be our 0.236 fib. Our 0.382 fib would be around 18.9. Our 0.5 fib would be around 15.7. Our 0.618 would be around 12,700. The golden pocket zone would be around between 12,050 and 12,750. And then we have our 0.786 at about 85 to 8,600. It dropped below that and it's going to get ugly. Who knows? We'll see what happens there. Let's take a look at another. This is very bullish in the long term, bearish in the shorter term. I've been talking about the 550-day peak-to-peak cycle, 450-day low-to-low cycle. Let's take a look at it here. Our peak back in 2016 to our peak in 2017 was 547 days. Our peak from 2017 to 2019 was 557 days. Our peak from 2019 to where we're at our couple days ago was 550 days. This could mean we are at or near the end of this peak cycle, and our next low should be 456 days from 2017 to 2018. Here was 456 days low to low, 455 days low to low from 2018 to 2019. And if we go 455 days from there, our next low should be in June of 2021. That would be a good area to get back in if you're out, or to buy more Bitcoin, in my opinion. If this plays out this way, that's very bullish for 2022. That would be when we see our high, 550 days from our high over here, if we've reached a high. But remember, we can still get another push up, a nice hard push up within the next week or so. Like over here, we had 557 days. So if we did that again, we could get one more push up, but I still believe our next low will be in June. That next low could be 17,000. That next low could be 10,000. That next low could be 4,000. Who knows? But it should be in June of next year or around that area. 2022, super bullish. We could see that 100,000 or more Bitcoin in 2022 if this plays out this way. Let's take a look at another chart that suggests we may have topped out. If you look at this triangle here, we hit our target, and mind you, this target came from back in July of this year. I did not think we were going to get up this high, but obviously, boom, we hit it. And if you look back at my videos, we've had this here for over 6 months. And The next way to look at that, if we look at the RSI where we actually broke the trend line in the RSI and we put that up to here, that suggests a possible $30,000 to $300 to $30,400 top. That's if we haven't topped out already. Let's take a look at another chart. This could be very bullish or very bearish, depending on how you want to look at it. Remember, I made a video the other day, if you guys seen it. It's showing XRP as being a possible leading indicator. Now, we're going to get into Litecoin, Ethereum, and XRP here in a minute, but I just want to show you guys this. As you can see, the rising channel we blew up out of, and in XRP, we are now below that. Let's go back over to this chart here. And you can see last time in 2017, same thing. We had a rising channel, blew through it, came back up, and we actually went below it. We actually did the same thing here too. I didn't put that in there, but as you can see where we're at right now, we have our two touches on the top of the rising channel, just like over here. Blew through, could be coming down very hard, very fast. But let's take a look at, let's do a price range from the time we broke this to the time we topped out. Is around 200%. If we did the same thing over here, this is the super bullish case, guys. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it was to happen, 200% here would be around 44,000. So if we could do that in the next 7 days, which I'm not saying it's impossible, but that would be crazy. That could be a major blow off top in this area if it was to happen. I don't think it's gonna, but I did want to show you guys this chart and show you the similarities. Let's also look at this. This is one more bullish case for you guys. This rising broadening wedge here that we did break out of, came back down, tested it for support. If we did a measured move of where it broke out there, that's around the 31.7 to 32 range. Looking at this, if we've topped out here, this is a 4-hour chart. So a 4-hour close below this trend line, which would be around 2,600. If we get a 4-hour close below 2,600, guys, we're most likely headed down to at least the 22.3 range, which would be actually 22.4. Which would be the 0.236 fib. Might get a nice bounce back up if this remains the top. We could be making what I was showing here, another triangle over here, just like we did in 2017, 2019, and then we'd have another one over here. So be careful, be aware of that. Let's look at Litecoin. Same thing, 550-day peak-to-peak cycles. And let's zoom in a little bit. So we have this $150 target. We may or may not hit it. And that is just measuring this rising broadening wedge. You can see here the support being the white dotted trend line, yellow dotted trend line here. The measured move is 150. A break of that area. And then Bitcoin could be, or I'm sorry, Litecoin could be using this measured move off this triangle here. Could be around $260. If everybody's going to get that altcoin rally that they believe is coming, which I wouldn't be so sure of right now, but if that's the case, we could be looking at $260 Litecoin. Otherwise, we come back down to these lows down here at some point. RSI is looking pretty dang toppy. Triple top in the RSI over here. Bearish divergence. Let's look at Ethereum. Same thing, 550-day peak-to-peak cycles. And the area we're watching here is around that 745 to 750 range. This would rise up a little bit today. If we do get a rejection here and cannot break above this, we're most likely going to come back down to this area to test the bottom of this wedge, break that wedge, could get us way down towards $100. But if we do break up here, keep an eye on this, because if we do break that 750 and get support up in this area, we could be looking at a 1,070 to 1,080 for Ethereum. Be careful here, guys. This is a crazy area we're in. It does look awfully toppy. Let's look at XRP. As you guys know, we've had this count. I posted it on my Twitter also. Follow me on Twitter if you're not already. It's CryptoSavy1. And I posted this about 5 days ago. It's playing out beautifully. The next stop should be around the 16 cents, a little above maybe. That's looking at this as a wave 1, 2, 3, and then we would get a bounce up to possibly between the 28 and 36 cent range before continuing down to my ultimate target of 4 cents. Obviously this could rise a little more. We could see about a 42 cent before coming down, but as much stuff's happening, it could be very shallow retrace around that 28 to 29 cent range. But we will be keeping an eye on this. I will be keeping you updated, but this is what I'm looking at as of right now, and this could just end up being an A, B, and then we get a C, and who knows, we could be seeing the last XRP. You know, I could be wrong, but I've talked about how I felt about XRP for a long time. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Check out the videos here. If you haven't already, there's some nice tutorials in there. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave your comment below, and share the video if you would. That really helps the channel out. I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. Thanks a lot, and I'm out.